Welcome, guys. How you doing? I hope you had a wonderful week. Okay, so today we're going to discuss, or we are going to do trade breakdowns, trades I took from last week and last week but one. Okay, so as you can see from this picture, this is a screenshot that I took on Monday, when I was doing my analysis, my projection for the weeks. So as you can see, that the previous month, well, this is the 4 hour time frame from the previous market structure. We were seeing we had a peak. I hope you can see my cursor. We had a peak and we had a level one drop and we had a consolidation area. We had another level, second level of drop, and we had a third area, and we had another the last level, the third level of drop. Okay, and we reached this green box. This green box indicates a demand zone or a demand area, whatever you want to call it. So as you can remember from my last video, I talked about the overall questions I ask myself when approaching the markets or when approaching a chart. So the first question I ask myself is where where is the market coming from? And as you can see that the market was coming from this demand zone, this demand area. So that first question is answered. And we and the second question it says, does the market structure make sense? As I am looking at this, as I am looking at this chart, it does make sense because we had a peak and we had a level one rise, we had a consolidation, we had another level two rise, and we had a consolidation. You are wondering what these boxes are. These boxes are I am marking my consolidation areas instead of marking off my the drops, the rises. I am marking my consolidation. It's the same thing. Okay, second question is answered. And sorry about this. Let me go to the so my projection was bullish. I was bullish for the week. I was bullish for the week. So let's go to the chart and see. So price came here and tapped this demand zone, as you can see. So and we had level one, level one rise into a consolidation, and we had another level, level two, and we had so this is the whole week. This is the whole week. Remember, we are on a 4 hour time frame. So what we were looking, we were looking for bullish. We are looking for longs. We are looking for to buy. So that was my outlook for the whole week. So since I was able to, I had my direction, I had my bias on track. So I had to drop down to the smaller time frame. So before we go to the smaller time frame, we need to understand what I am looking for, what we are looking for in these markets. Okay, so we need to see something like this. I know you've heard me say it in the previous video. Okay, but this is what we need to see. Let me draw it. Here's the path. Okay, there it is. So this is our Asian range. We need to see a consolidation in our Asian range. I know it doesn't work out like this every session or every Asian session, but this is our ideal market structure. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to see in the market. Since since we are looking for bullish, so we need to see a stop hunt to the low, and we need to see a second leg. Sometimes it doesn't give us a second leg. Sometimes it just in the middle of the session of the Asian session, it just goes straight to the moon. Okay, so we need to see this top hand and we need to see our move to the upside. So, as I have said before, my overall questions are where is the market coming from? Does the market structure make sense? As you can see. Okay, so those are the overall. overall market questions. But when I come to my intraday, my smaller time frame, I need to understand, I need to ask myself again, is there a stop point? If there is no stop point, I am not going to trade that day because I will be the stop point. So I'll rather protect myself from taking a loss or just gambling. Okay. And the second one is the timing correct? So when do we want to see these stop points? This stop point mainly mainly occurs in the London session and in the New York session. So when the Asian session is over, we want to see it break away to the downside during the opening of the London session. So that is the second question. And the third question is there a second leg element? As you can see, we have a second leg element, and I will take my trade from there, from the from the from the second leg. Okay, so and then so this was the trade. This was the trade that I took. Okay, forgive me for that. Okay, this was the trade that I took on. This was last week, but one on 19 February. Okay, let us go to 19 February and see what was I what was my thought process on 19 February. Okay, so here it is. So we have already narrowed down that we are looking for buy. So we are looking for stop and to the low. So this was my early sensation, right? Because this new day starts here. Okay, let me put a line so you understand where this day starts off. And let me clone it. And it ends here. So this is 19 February. Okay. So what was I looking for? I was looking for, and this was my edge sensation. So I was looking for a stop and to the low. Okay. So this was my first leg. Why did I say that was my first leg? So in how do I how do I see that the first leg has been formed? So I use this 13 EMA. This 13 EMA. So when this green candle, this bullish candle closes above the 13 EMA, I say I'll take that as my first leg. Okay, let me write it right here. This is my first leg. First leg. Okay. So and and it came and these are close below. So I need another close above the 13 EMA. So I took this as my second leg. This candle. Let me zoom in. Okay. So this was my second leg. So when I took the trade, oh, there you go. I think it moved like 15 pips or so, or 15 pips, and then it retraced. Why? According to my rules, this was a no-go area because this trade, as you can see, I took it at 16.45, and I only trade from 2 to 3, from 2 to 4, and this was out of my rules, so I deserved that loss. It resulted in a loss, although I was correcting the directional bias. Okay, so that's a lesson learned, and the next day it just, you see, there is even any consolidation in the Asian session, so it resulted in a loss. And on Thursday this week, we I took another. It was a loss. It's been an hour away from me, bro. Okay, so you might be wondering what made me took this trade. Okay, so I was still bullish for the week, as you can see that, as you have seen from the analysis, that we were looking for buys, and we went wrong for the buys and whatnot. So okay, so we had our Asian session, Asian range consolidation, pretty much, and we had a stop hunt. And remember from our intraday questions, that's a time, that's a tick. And the second question was, this is the first leg, as you can see, a close above the 13 EMA. So I was waiting for another close above. So there, and I waited for the retracement to the 50% of this shift candle. So there was it. So as you can see, I entered the trade and it moved 20 pips to the upside, and it retraced back there. But tomorrow it to if our stop loss or whatnot had been bigger, it would it resulted in a win or whatnot. So uh as you can see, it looks like I followed all my rules, but it resulted in a loss. Yeah, I did follow my rules, my entry criteria and whatnot, and I entered the trade. That was correct, and I am I'm proud of myself for that. But there is something wrong that I did. Uh, I have this rule that I say, if I am not in substantial profit by in within 2 hours, I have to get out. Whether the This is a rule that is there to minimize my loss. So whatever the amount that I lost there was, I wasn't supposed to lose that amount, because I could have cut that amount in half if I had followed my 2 hour rule, but I didn't. But thankfully, uh, but the win that I took from this, as you know, wins are part of the losses. Losses are part of the game, and correct losses. The winning doesn't mean that you're doing something right, and losing doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. You can win when you didn't follow your plan, and that is a wrong trade which will enforce bad habits into your trading game. But if you took a loss when you have correctly followed, correctly applied everything from your checklist, I'll take that as a win. Okay, so I hope you guys learn something, and don't forget to subscribe, comment below, ask anything in the comment section, and give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys. See you in another video.